Alright, here I am about to work on drum set number 7, and I wanted to show everybody this. These, right here, 2, 3, 4, are the new drum sensors from drumsensor.com. Today is the 11th, and I ordered them on the 8th. I paid for them on the 8th, and they're here already. And that's pretty fast shipping, so I don't know, we're going to see how they work out in the drums themselves, but that's pretty good. So that's making me happy with these guys already. So we're going to put them in the drums and see how they work. Alright, the first thing we notice here is they've got these neato little backstage passes on a lanyard that they send these in. Not to knock on them or anything, but I can't imagine anyone actually wearing these. But you see they've got the stylized transducer with the wire leads here, and they pack them in here. So we're going to take these guys out and see how this works. Alright, as you can see here, we've got the transducer itself. There is the striking vibrational transducer head. There are the soldered points, which the solder on these, you can't see it very well in the video, but they're much nicer than the standard Rock Band drums. And they go all the way down into a plug-and-play adapter here. Now the very first obstacle we're going to run into here, and this is my favorite blue drum once again, is that you notice the lead runs into the unit here, and you can see sort of from here, there's the plug-and-play that goes into the circuit board. Now the problem is on these newer Rock Band drum sets, they've been gluing them in place, presumably so they don't fall out, but I imagine because they don't want people fiddling with them and taking them out either. So we're going to have to cut that out of there and be very careful in removing that. So I'm going to use a knife to kind of pry the glue apart and get that sensor out. Now what I've discovered here is if you look at the green pad, we're on green here, the cable lead runs very simply into a small connector board here that they had cleverly covered with foam. That foam is gone now. We don't need that anymore, and you'll see that the board is held in by a screw here. The screw can be taken out, the board can be pulled out, and the plug-and-play sensor can be easily removed. However, on the blue and the yellow pad alike, which I showed you before, the board is located underneath this rim here, and I can't get to the screw. So I'm going to have to figure out some way to get that off. So I'm going to start with the green pad, which is going to be much easier, and then move to the red pad, which is going to be the same connector, and work on those first. Okay, I got this removed finally. And I can only say that there was a lot of glue holding this thing together. So I'm going to recommend that if anyone's going to do this mod, and the drum sensors people will tell you the same thing, you need to be extremely careful if your drum set's glued, because it's very, very hard to get it out there without damaging the components themselves. And if you do that, you're in big trouble. But we're going to get this next one hooked up and see how it goes. Alright, we are connected. We're running up. Here's our new transducer, and it works. So we're going to hook it up to everything else and see if it works under duration and stress. We're taking our old sensor here, and what we're going to do is there's this plastic bandage packaging on the back, and we're going to have to peel this guy off and put it on our new sensor. Now when you do this, you're going to notice just how terrible the Rock Band drums are. They've got this black crap. You're going to notice cracked and peeling soldering and things like that. But you're going to need to clear all that out and put this piece of bandage on the new one. Okay, we've got the new green in, so now we're going to test it. When I was messing around with it, it seemed like it was a little less sensitive than the original Rock Band drum, so I don't know if that's just from touching it or if that's going to hold up in duration. We're about to find out, but right off the bat, I notice it seems sketchy at best. Solid hits get picked up all the way around. Light taps, not so much. It seems a little less so than the regular Rock Band drums, but anything of slight force seems to get picked up. Drum rolls sound good. Still dropping some notes though. I'm going to try a different transducer from the set of 4 that I ordered and see if it's any better. If not though, it looks like the drum sensors from drumsensor.com are going to be basically bunk. So let's hope that's not the case. We're going to give it a shot with another transducer and hope that this one's just a bad one. Alright, what I ended up doing, rather than switching the transducers, is I went ahead and put all 4 of them in. I noticed the more I played with the green one, it seemed to ease up a little bit. And I kind of noticed that with some of my sets too, that when I first got them, it seemed like they didn't work as well until I had used them a couple times. And then, like the sensors seemed to settle or ease up. I'm no science whiz here, so I don't know. There may be a bunch of crap too. They seem like they got a little better. So initially they seem pretty responsive. If nothing else, they're a lot better than the stock sensors. Unfortunately, my blue sensor did not survive the extraction process. So hopefully I don't have to send this drum set back for any reason. So let's hope this works. I'm going to run it through some test songs in the game, break them in, and then we're going to do an actual score run to see how well they register. I'm going to play a song that I usually can get 100% on and see how close to that I actually get. And we're going to see how they work.